Hey everybody, it's me, John Anthony Chihak Sotero. I am the creator of the Bubba Patrol, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about the crowdfunding campaign that just launched today on Saturday, the 13th of June, to print the third issue of the Bubba Patrol. And what it entails is a couple of different things. The video I made for the intro to the campaign was only about 3 to 4 minutes long. I tried not to go super long with it, but I'm going to get a little bit more in depth with this one. The link to the Indiegogo campaign will be in the description. If you can, please contribute towards the campaign. Every dollar makes a difference. I know right now in uncertain times, it's tough to ask people to contribute towards something. If you can, great. If not, if you can please share the campaign link or tell people that you've read the Bubba Patrol and what you think of it, it would mean a lot to me and the Bubbas. So the campaign is just launched. It's 30 days. We do have the option to expand the campaign for a longer period of time. I will do so if interest is just skyrocketing and we just keep getting inquiries and funding and things like that. The initial goal for this campaign is $700. What that is going to pay for is 700 copies of the book itself. And I'm going to be able to pay my artists who did some pinups and for some other perks that once we hit that $700 tier, that $700 level, I will then expand some of the perks that you can pick at that point in time. I'll also be able to pay my editor to do all the editing on the book. I mean, those are things I would pay out of pocket if needed. But for years and years and years, I put books out on my own dime, on my own credit card, and went very deep into debt. But the crowdfunding for the Bubba Patrol has been pretty successful so far. So let me tell you a little bit about the history of the Bubba Patrol. So back in 2012, I created an image of the Bubbas floating in space. And it is the first image that I ever did of them. I also did a one-page strip, comic strip, that had them getting their costumes on and going outside and reacting to the Bubba signal. And it wasn't for 5 more years that issue came out, the first issue. What happened was I had made the goal to finish the script and start on the book. And in April of 2017, I finally finished the script and I printed it out, put it on my art desk so that I couldn't ignore it anymore. The script sat there, things started covering it up, stuff like that. And I kind of lost track of it. Memorial Day weekend 2017, Guri died. And she died exactly 4 years to the day after Sabu died. And that was the catalyst for me having to create this book. And the result was issue 1. The cover of this book has Agnew sitting with Guri and Foley with his arms around each of them. And Guri is asking, "What is that?" Foley says, "Yeah, what is that?" Sabu in the foreground, winking, says, this was a really important piece because it plays into the story itself, but at the same time, it just set the stage. The artwork has changed from issue 1. The dogs look a little bit different. Agnew, of course, looks the same. But if you have a first print of the Bubba Patrol, the book itself is not full color. It was spot colored each panel, or a panel per page. Some pages have multiple panels colored. The reason for that was I did not have enough time to color the entire book myself and get it out on time. And I also we didn't get funded to the point where I would have enough money to pay somebody to color the book. And then it came to me after that I didn't want anybody else touching the book, because the Bubba Patrol is the most personal project I've ever worked on. Because it's about my dogs. It's about these fuzzy members of my family that I see every day that make my life so much better. And I know there's a lot of people out there who have animals in their lives, and it really does make a difference when you come home from work, school, or whatever. Maybe you've had a rough day, and that, you know, whatever animal is in your life, whatever the Bubba in your life is, just makes you feel that much better. So after that, I went and started working on issue 2. Issue 2 introduced you to Cypress as the leader of the Bubba Patrol, who was going to be helping them head up their training. And this is where the artwork changed, and you got more of the Disney style, like big Don Bluth, kind of Disney Don Bluth eyes, and then also introduced this little guy right here. And that's Grayson. And at the end of issue 2, there is the line that says, "There shall come a Bubba." And the way the Bubba Patrol works is it's super organic. Originally, I didn't know what I was going to do. I wanted to do a comic book, but I knew how time-consuming it can be to do a comic book. Sometimes it takes me between 6 months and a year to create a book. The other side of things is I thought about doing a children's book, but that's spot illustrations, and that's still not the same idea. The other thought was, does the book take place here in our world? Does it take place in the anti-hero verse? How does it work? And so the first issue, I mean, obviously takes place in the anti-hero verse. That's how the story is. It's part of the anti-hero verse. But like I said, because of the organics of the book and the way the story kind of tells itself, the way the characters work, the end of the second issue, it says, "There shall come a Bubba," which is a play on Teen Titans, Tales of the Teen Titans 44, when Dick Grayson becomes Nightwing. And so issue 3 originally was going to be about Grayson. And then when I started working on the thoughts and the outline and everything for issue 3, Cypress becomes the spotlight, gets the origin story. And it made sense, because there shall come a Bubba. She's the first Bubba. She's the one who sets the tone. She's the one who blazed the trail for these characters. So it just really, really made sense for me to tell her story. So issue 3, BP3, the logo is going to say the Super Duper Cypress, the first Bubba, is all about her. And it does come into the present, but you go back in time and you see where she came from and how she's a hero and how she first met Agnew. And then her origin brings the entire anti-hero verse full circle. And if you've followed any of the other books, Euthanasia, Fuzzy Face, anything like that, you'll understand how it brings, this story is going to bring it full circle once you see it. So for the campaign, I've had 6 people work on different pieces of artwork for me for this story. This is supposed to be in here. I don't know how that came out. Okay. So the first person I chose to, or the first person I asked to do a piece for this was Vic Hollins. She's a local artist, painter, comic book creator. She does a book called Wilder. Amazing, skilled artist, phenomenal painter, all around amazing human being. And so she did this piece of Cypress. This is an oil piece. And the goal is, once we hit $700, this is going to be the variant that we produce. So definitely check out the link and contribute to the campaign, spread the word, because once we hit that goal, then we work towards the variant cover by Vic Hollins. I then started contacting 5 other artists, all local artists here in Tucson, to produce pieces of art of the other characters in the Bubba Patrol. We've got Agnew, we've got Gurry, we've got Foley and Sabu and Grayson. And my friend Drea produced her piece of Gurry. And this is an homage to the scene in issue 2 where Gurry uses her sonic bark and shatters the cement wall. And it's just a great piece. It's super graphic. It's very, very cute. I love this piece a lot. What I am going to do, and the plan is turning these pieces, once we hit that $700 goal after the variant, then we look at a trading card set. And it's going to have multiple portions of the cards. And all the artists that contributed, they're going to have their cards in there as well. Their artwork will be a trading card. And so I've got 3 pieces total. I've got the Cypress piece. I've got the Gurry piece. It was an Agnew piece created by my friend Derek Dahlberg. It's in digital format right now. I can't print it out. Printer doesn't have any ink. But it's a phenomenal piece as well. When you guys see it, you will love it. I will actually put that in the campaign, and then I will put them the other pieces as well, so you can see this is what we're shooting for with those stretch goals. Just launched the campaign today, and we've already got we're 1/7 of the way there. So when you're watching this, we might be even further along than that. And I'm gonna make the other video active as well, my campaign video, because you get to see Grayson and Foley in their costumes, which I think is fitting. And it's just a wonderful story. It's about love, and it's about hope, and it's about working to make this world a better place, but at the same time, it's very silly. And it's a comedy adventure that's suitable for all ages. And I definitely think you're gonna love it. I've got fans who are young and old. Even if there's a kid in your life who's too young to read, at the time I had my 4-year-old nephew looking at issue 2, and we read through it together, and he followed the pictures and he laughed and got excited at different parts. We've got older readers who have had pets in their past, and it means a lot to them. I've got friends and family who have read it, and they know how personal it is to me, but they've also got dogs and cats and Bubbas in their lives that make a difference. If you know somebody who loves comedy and adventure, and they love animals, and they love the animals in their lives, the Bubbas in their lives, definitely have them check out the campaign. And we will see you along the campaign trail. Got 30 days to go. You guys take care. Stay Bubba strong. Till next time.